Tommy Licato was told 2 years ago to write an essay about his favorite teacher. Instead of a person, he wrote about Tourette Syndrome. He says it was a gift that taught him how to be a leader and advocate for himself.
I had tics my whole life. I just never knew what they were. I would scream and move constantly. It wasn't until I was in 6th grade that I found out I had Tourette Syndrome.
Tourette syndrome is defined by the presence of chronic motor and vocal tics. Tom has a variety of tics. They tend to change over time. Most recently, his most bothersome tic has been a loud screeching or screaming tic.
That's how it sounds, and there's no accounting for when it happens.
I shake, I tremble, I jerk my neck like that. Mainly for me, it's screaming at this point. One, my leg used to give out.
Earlier the diagnosis, the better the child does. The tics themselves, of course, can affect self-confidence, self-esteem.
I was happy because I knew what it finally was and what I could call it, but it was a nightmare to go to school every day.
He would be like singled out because he was different or because something was wrong. It was hard for me to sit there and see it happen to him.
Tommy's mom contacted me, and she was concerned about Tommy fitting into the middle school.
While meeting with Tommy, Principal Hydock brought up the possibility of having him step up and teach the kids about Tourette's.
He immediately said he wanted to educate others. Tommy was an honor student, very bright, very outgoing.
Of course, it's no small feat to stand up in front of 200 7th graders. Soon, Tommy was a national youth ambassador for Tourette Syndrome.
That year, I went to Washington, D.C., and I spoke on Capitol Hill with congressmen and their aides.
By the time Tommy got to high school, he was a kid on a mission.
Sometimes adults can be worse than kids. Telling them to stop when they can't control it is hurtful.
Adolescents, teenagers, their challenge comes in trying to discover themselves. I call it that challenge, the journey to fitting into their skin. They come up here as that child and leave as an adult.
His battle is often with misinformation, and those who think Tourette's is just a cursing disorder.
It's actually only 10% of people living with Tourette syndrome have carpolalia, the specific type of tic which a person would say something obscene, like the F-bomb, something of that nature. It's hard to believe that music and acting is just one of those times where I'll take in between songs, I'll take before I go on stage. But while I'm there, I don't take it all. I want to be a music therapist.
We've been working on adjusting his medications. We've also set him up for cognitive behavioral therapy. In terms of the outlook for kids with Tourette's, it's actually fairly good.
Be as supportive as you can. Advocate for your kid. I'm blessed to have my mom. She has been my rock. She taught me, you know, you can look at the glass half empty or half full.
He's overcome so much as a person with his disability. It just makes me really proud to watch him.
Don't be afraid of the stigma of having a disability. It doesn't define you.